What is the game plan of ODM party when it comes to 2027 general elections? Otieno Kajwang', the senator for Homa Bay, has come out to reveal some dark secrets that ODM party is engaging into in relation to the next general elections. And before I take you through the analysis, I want you to first watch and listen to what the senator had to say about ODM and the 2027 general elections. So the clip.
One thing must be made clear, that to build a political movement of the stature and nature of ODM is no mean task. And therefore, ODM shall remain and ODM shall be on the ballot in 2027. That is a plan, that is a strategic plan of the party. Political parties are formed so that people can compete on the basis of policies and ideologies, and the person with the best ideology carries the day and implements them for the betterment of the people. Right now, we are conscious that elections are still 2 years away, and the challenges that this country faces requires us all to work together. It requires us all to be on the table. And this is the reason why we got into the broad-based government, because we realized that if Kenya Kwanza was allowed to continue running the country unilaterally as they did, then the politics of exclusion that has been a problem in this country was going to be perpetuated, and that there would be certain parts of this country that would be starved of development. And that is why our party leader agreed to partner with William Ruto to stabilize the economy and to deal with the unrest that followed the finance bill. But we still are a distinct political movement, and in 2027, ODM will field candidates across the country, and depending also on the political dynamics then, we still expect that ODM will have a presidential candidate at the ballot. Now, for those with dissenting voices on broad base, we fought for opening up of the democratic space so that everyone can be given an opportunity to express themselves. I would not want to join this bandwagon where people are calling out someone like Governor Orengo or Sifuna for saying certain truths. We cannot be a choir, praise and worship choir as ODM. Those are not the values that ODM stands for. ODM does not stand for sycophancy. ODM stands for loyalty and patriotism to the nation. And in as much as we are in the broad-based government, if things are not working right, we shall still speak out on them. If there are abductions, that is contrary to the Constitution, we'll speak out on them. If the health sector is not working, we'll speak out on them. If the education sector is not working, we'll speak out on them. But we'll do it with respect, and we'll do it in a manner that does not allow the country to disintegrate. So within ODM, let us allow different and divergent voices to speak. It is nothing wrong. It is part of our democratic culture.
Do you think that ODM party is set to impose a candidate to run against President William Ruto in the next general elections? Okay, in this particular video, I will show you clearly what the senator intended to achieve by making such kind of statements. Firstly, instill false hope. You know very well that to build or to make a party strong, you must instill false hope into the believers or supporters. And if the senator can say that ODM will be at the backbench, then there are some diehards or supporters of ODM who will back off. They will also even leave ODM maybe to join another party. And that's why the senator is trying to make them believe that ODM still has some chances of capturing power in the next general elections. Secondly, I can see that the senator is among some ODM members who are laying elaborate grounds for ODM to ditch the Kenya Kwanza government. Many people believe that the likes of Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo, who are not embracing the Kenya Kwanza government, are just laying grounds on how ODM can ditch the Kenya Kwanza government and also to destroy the broad-based government. These defiant ODM members believe that this is the right moment for ODM to capture power in the next general elections. they see that William Ruto has really messed up in terms of governance and leadership. And for that, it will be so easy for ODM to capture power if it confronts someone to run against President William Ruto. And in relation to this, I do agree with the speculations going on because Raila himself hasn't yet come out to caution these critics of the broad-based government. And that clearly can show us that there is some sinister motives that ODM party is engaging into to impose someone to confront President William Ruto. And lastly, I have also seen that the senator is trying to tell us that ODM is in both government and in opposition, because if he says that they will never stop from putting the government accountable, that is clearly telling us that ODM is in opposition and at the same time in government. So in my conclusion, I can see that some ODM members, the likes of Edwin Sifuna, Otieno Kajwang', James Orengo, and many others, are laying elaborate grounds for ODM to ditch Kenya Kwanza government. And this is something that should worry the president, because if you see someone like Orengo talking against the broad-based government, then you should be worried, because Raila was perceived to be sometimes communicating through Orengo. So that is to say that Orengo is the spokesperson of Raila Odinga. And I still believe that even right now, he is still the one. So whatever he says should be taken with a lot of seriousness. These are the people who have been forcing Raila to run for presidency. And even now, I can see that they are planning to do so. And so, William Ruto should not put too much trust on Raila. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me end it there for now. But before I do so, I want to kindly request you to take a second of your time and subscribe to the channel if you have not yet done so. Bye, and I hope to catch you in our next video.